This is Hindu Academy, um, American Hindu Academy, Introduction to Dharma, Lesson 5. My name is Kamlesh Kapoor. Namaste. Today, we are going to explain powers of the divine creator. Last time, we made an overview, and if everybody remembers, after viewing that lesson 4, on the left-hand side, we had Samanya Dharma, Sanatan Dharma. In the Sanatan Dharma, we will be going to talk about the Creator, how Hindus view it, and different categories of powers which affect our life, which sustain the humanity. And we also are going to talk about the self at some point, problems with the self, how to resolve. And ideal relationships, we'll talk about that. How to improve productivity through motivational aims, we'll talk about that, and the creation itself. So, as decided before, we are going to start with the divine creator. Last time, I explained that what the word Bhagwan is, and each letter, what does it stand for. The letters which we are talking about is Bha, Bhumi, which is earth. This is, I'm recapitulating the last lesson, Bhagwan. So Bha, Bhumi, which is earth, Ga, Gagan, which is space, and it stands for consciousness. Vi, Vayu, air, Agni, fire, and Na, Neer, water. So basically, the entire creation, life on earth, is made of these 5 elements. We humans are also made of the same 5 elements. So Bhagwan is also made of the same tattvas. We call it tattvas. If humans are made of the same essential energies, then the question will arise, what is the difference between us and Bhagwan? We are the same 5 elements. Bhagwan is the same 5 elements. So what is the difference? Now, Bhagwan is a little on the higher divine plane. In other words, Bhagwan has subdued the ego, I-ness, self-importance, and he has killed negative emotions, and he's moving towards fulfilling a higher purpose. And also these heroes, like Shri Krishna, Gautam Buddha, Shri Ram, they laid down the guidelines for personal and social relationships. And we can have some examples. Shri Ram, for example. The guidelines he laid down for humanity is how to be an ideal king, how to be an ideal son, and how to be an ideal brother. And you see in different roles how a person can be the best he can, following the social norms and ideals. So he lays down those guidelines. Similarly, Shri Krishna lays down the value of detachment, that whatever we do it because it is our duty and it is our dharma to do certain thing under certain circumstances. But do it in such a way that you are not attached to the consequences. When you are attached to the consequences, what happens is that a person is afraid of the consequences. Person thinks that, what will be the result of it, and I will suffer for that result, or somebody will be killed because of that, and the negative and the positive. And that dilemma continues as long as we keep on our mind running. And Shri Krishna says a guideline that you should conquer your fears. Don't think of the consequences, karma, phal, we call it, effect of your karma. That's not in your hand. You do your karma. So, the action. So, the whole theory of action and the isolation of mind from your duties and create an objectivity and detachment from the fruit of the action. All of these things he gave the guideline in Bhagavad Gita, and that is a landmark work of philosophy as well as psychology. And Gautam Buddha, again, he gave the guidelines that while we are alive, we don't have to suffer. So how to create happiness within and happiness around, and how to conquer suffering. So he laid down those guidelines. So even though Bhagwan is those 5 elements the same as we, but they try to fulfill higher purpose and be like a yogi. Now we introduce another term, which is devas. Who are devas? And in Sanskrit it is dev singular and devaha plural. So when we are offering, if anybody has seen in the temple or has heard singing, devotional singing, Hindus use words such as deva and devi, the female energy as well as the male energy. So in this lesson, we will try to understand who is Deva. We will use the word Mahadeva, Ganesh Deva, Vayu Deva, Varuna Deva, Indra Deva, and many, many more. Actually, there is an endless array of all the energies which we somehow or other know, and some we don't even, they are beyond our horizon. Deva literally means a giver. It also means shining bodies in the space, such as the moon, the sun, and other planets in our solar system and beyond the solar system. In other words, in the universe and universes, all of those things, the way they affect us and sustain humanity or create a balance, those are givers and they are our devas. So, this is the definition. Now, are devas human beings? Devis, are they females? That is a very major question. And what is the English word for that? So let's, to start with, say, devas are timeless energies. Before we were born, the sun was there. After we are gone, the sun will be there. Centuries will go past, sun will be there. And similarly, the moon will be there. All those shining bodies and devas, they are timeless energies. The air that we breathe, which becomes energy, converted into energy inside our body, that energy is called Mahadeva as pranas. These are not human. So, let us see now, what does the sun give us? Everybody knows. Without the sun, there's no life on the earth. So there's no photosynthesis. There are no plants. There's no life. Now, is life possible without the sun then? No. let's go to the moon. What does the moon give us? Moon, without the moon, life is again not possible. Why? Because moon, the phases of the moon, they regulate water flow or balance of water in our body and on the planet. So everybody knows that when the moon is ebbing or in different phases, there are tides and sometimes devastating tides. So, or hurricanes or tornadoes. I mean, many things are related to the devas who are beyond our control and their timeless energies. So now you keep imagining life without air, water, fire, many other divine energies. If they are helping us sustain humanity, or they are sustaining humanity, we offer devotion or respect to those energies. So, devas are our most important part of the ceremonies where we do the in lyrics and poetry, we offer our devotion, respect, appreciation, what they are doing for us. It's a kind of gratitude. Sanatana Dharma considers teachers, mothers, fathers also as devas. I think you will agree. Teachers give us knowledge, mothers give us life, fathers, they give us nourishment and life also. They are our devas. We can see them. Naturally, if you consider the teachers, the mothers, the fathers, and everybody else who is giving us something or other, they are to be respected as devas. So number goes up and up and up. In many later books, the guests are also described as devas because when a guest arrives, it gives us pleasure. We are happy. We offer the guest a comfortable seat. We offer the guest a glass of water and kind words, welcoming words. There is no English word for deva. That is one of the fundamental reasons why there is so much confusion about many gods and goddesses and pantheism and polytheism and the whole nonsensical attempt at translation of Sanskrit word. Deva is a non-translatable word. In the religions or documents and dogmas of the Western religion, they never had the experience of nature worship. So therefore, or appreciation of nature. Therefore, prior to Christianity, their devas were the same as sun and the moon and power and perfection. They were their devas also before Christianity. The attempt to create the English word should not be even made. And today, from now onwards, let us make a promise to ourselves for better understanding that we drop the word gods. For Deva, we really do not use the word gods because gods as Bhagwan, I have already explained. And Devas have no bodies. They are not humans. Do we know Devas? Yes. We know the air is there. We know that planet Earth is there. We know the nature that is giving us sustenance. They exist. Did they ever have forms as humans? No. Did they ever die or were reborn? No. Were these ever born to grow old and die? Did these ever have human bodies? Again, the answers are no. These are timeless. So when we say Mahadev, he has always been there as pranas in our body. And as the pranas become, they are not able to sustain the degenerating body, then it is a cause of destruction also, decay of the body. In other words, these devas have always been there. And if anything else we do not see, at least we are aware of the devas and we revere them. So, in the Vedas, they mention, Vedas is all prayers, chants, revering the natural forces, the natural phenomena. So they mention 5 elements, of course, which we have mentioned before. And they also mention 8 shining bodies, sun, moon, and the other planets. So there are 8 of them. Devas are the planets. Devas are the winds and the phenomena of the storms and the energy. These are also known as Maruts, which is rain-giving cloud system or winds. Indradeva is the deva of the cloud system. So lightning symbolizes Indradeva. He is also revered as consciousness within us. Now, Prajapati is mentioned in the Vedas, and that is a regulating force in the nature, which creates a cyclical order and balance. All of these devas that we have mentioned, they have always been there, and they have never been absent. They have always been present. So that is the reality. It is not just that we are affected by them or governed by them. Humanity was always governed by them. And whether there was a formal religion or no religion at all. So, Hindus show devotion to the divine energies by singing the glories of devas. So we may say, on a given day, we may say, Om Indraya Namaha. Namaha means I bow to you. So if I am bound to the Indra Deva, I am showing reverence. And then we say, Om Prajapati Namaha. That is, again, to Prajapati, we are offering our respect. And similarly, Ganeshaya Namaha and Om Namah Shivaya, Shiv as Mahadev. And every single day, many of the Hindu children, before going to school, they chant this, Matra Deva Bhav, Pitra Deva Bhav, Acharya Deva Bhav. Now, what is the meaning of the chant? Mother is my Deva, father is my Deva, and teacher is my Deva too. And this is our regular start of the day. We remind ourselves that these devas we should respect because mother has given us life. Father is doing all the sacrifices for us so that we become who we want to become. And Acharya Deva, because the teachers are giving us all the knowledge and skills to be successful in life and cope with life. So we show our respect to the devas. And similarly, in the morning, we offer prayer to the sun and we chant Gayatri Mantra. In a previous lesson, I mentioned that It is for Gayatri Mantra is for eyesight, for enlightenment. It is also um, um, for knowledge, for speech. All of these, we feel that sun is responsible. Obviously, if the sun is not there, there's a darkness. So where would how a person can have knowledge? How a person can see? So it is a very simple. It does not require a deeper kind of analysis or any kind of logical explanation. It is self-evident. So we say, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva. So to the divine, we offer our prayers. So now we have seen two different categories that Hindus offer prayer to. They offer prayers to Sri Krishna, Buddha, Sri Ram as Bhagavan. Then Hindus offer prayer to the Devas. Most of the time, all the ceremonies are prayers to the same. In the next lesson, we will talk about some more energies which sustain humanity. And this reminds me, and is just an experiential anecdote, that in Virginia, there was a severe hurricane a few years back, several years back. And kids were small. And I asked them, there is such great wind, there is so much of rain, and the trees are falling. It was a strange kind of scene. So I said, what's going on? And the kids answered, they had learned about Devas. They said that Devas are angry with Virginia. Okay, which Deva is angry? And one of them said, Vayu Deva, air, winds. The other said, Varuna Deva, water. And one of them said, Indra Deva, the cloud system, is angry with us. So this is how deeply, when you understand Hindu Dharma, you understand the role of energies and you differentiate and do not mix up with the words such as God, gods. Totally meaningless. Having said that, we'll continue this lesson. Thank you very much. Namaste.